I used to believe my life was stable, even enviable. A thriving business I had built from the ground up, a wife I adored, and a daughter who was the center of my world. We had our ups and downs, like any family, but I told myself we were solid. I wore that belief like armor, blind to the cracks forming just beneath the surface. The night it all collapsed started like any other family dinner. We gathered around the table, my wife, my daughter, and me. The smell of roasted chicken filled the air. Candles flickered warmly, and for a moment, it felt like the kind of evening I worked so hard to create. I opened a bottle of wine, one I had been saving, and poured myself a glass. When I offered it to my wife, she shook her head. "No, thank you," she said quickly. I frowned. "Since when do you turn down wine?" She hesitated, avoiding my eyes. "I just don't feel like it tonight." It was such a small thing, yet her tone carried weight. My instincts pricked, but before I could press her, my daughter spoke up, her little voice breaking through the tension. "Daddy," she chirped innocently, "are we going to see Uncle Preston this weekend again?" I froze, the glass of wine halfway to my lips. Uncle Preston. The name hit me like a stone. Preston wasn't family. He was my business partner, the man I had trusted with everything from contract to parole, the man I had vouched for countless times. He wasn't uncle to my daughter. He wasn't supposed to be anything more than a colleague, a professional ally. I turned to my wife slowly. Her face had gone pale, her fork trembling slightly as she set it down. "Uncle Preston?" I repeated, my voice low, controlled, though my heart thundered in my chest. My daughter, too young to sense the storm, nodded happily. "Yeah, Mommy takes me to see him. He buys me ice cream and tells funny stories." The room fell silent, save for the pounding in my ears. My wife tried to force a smile, her eyes darting to mine, searching for an explanation that didn't exist. "Sweetheart," I said to my daughter, forcing calm into my voice, "why don't you go wash your hands? We'll have dessert soon." She bounded off innocently, leaving me alone with my wife. The moment the door clicked shut, I set my glass down hard. "Explain," I demanded. Her lips parted, but no words came out. She looked like a deer caught in headlights, guilt etched into every line of her face. "How long?" I pressed, my voice trembling. "How long have you been seeing him behind my back?" Tears welled in her eyes. "It wasn't supposed to happen," she whispered. My chest tightened, rage and heartbreak colliding inside me. "Not supposed to happen? He's my business partner. My friend. You've been sneaking around with him while I worked to build a future for us." She covered her face with her hands, sobbing. "I didn't mean for it to go this far. Preston was there when you weren't. He listened, he understood me. And one thing led to another." Her voice cracked, but all I heard was betrayal. Betrayal not just of our marriage, but of everything I had sacrificed. Every late night I spent at the office, every trip I made to secure contracts. I thought I was building security for us. Meanwhile, she was using those same nights to be with him. And worse, she had dragged our daughter into it, teaching her to see him as family, as Uncle Preston. I felt sick, but the knife twisted deeper when I thought of the business. Preston and I had been discussing expansion, signing new investors, plans that required trust and absolute loyalty. If he could betray me with my wife, what had he been doing with my company? The realization hit me like a freight train. This wasn't just about my marriage. This was about everything I had built, my home, my family, my livelihood. "Did you tell him about the business?" I asked sharply. She froze, and that hesitation was answer enough. I slammed my fist on the table, the plates rattling. "God damn it, you did, didn't you? You gave him access, told him things that weren't yours to share. You didn't just betray me as a husband. You betrayed me as a partner, as the father of our daughter." She sobbed harder, begging me to understand, to forgive. But forgiveness was impossible. Not when every truth unraveled into another layer of deception. That night, I couldn't stay under the same roof. I left, slamming the door behind me, the December air biting at my skin. I drove aimlessly, the city lights blurring through tears I refused to shed. Memories assaulted me, her laughter when we first met, the way she held our daughter in the hospital, the promises we whispered about building a life together. All of it had been poisoned by Preston's name, by the betrayal that turned my perfect family into a cruel illusion. In the days that followed, the damage spread wider than I imagined. I discovered financial discrepancies in the business, contracts rerouted, investors suddenly unreachable. Preston hadn't just stolen my wife. He had been gutting my company from the inside, and she had helped him, whether knowingly or blindly, by feeding him everything he needed. I lost my marriage that week. I lost my business shortly after. But the worst loss was my daughter's innocence. The way she kept asking when she could see Uncle Preston again, not knowing what he had taken from her father. One dinner destroyed everything. I walked into it thinking I had the perfect family, a secure future. I walked out with nothing but the weight of betrayal crushing my chest. The wine remained untouched on the table that night, a symbol of everything denied to me: trust, loyalty, love. And though I will rebuild, though I will rise from this wreckage, one truth will always haunt me. The people closest to you can twist a knife the deepest. Sometimes, family dinners don't bring people together. Sometimes, they tear your entire life apart.